Alright guys, finished at the gym. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I rolled out of there early. I did the first couple things part of the workout. You know when you just know your body needs a rest? That's what I'm feeling. So, I'm gonna hang with my girl. We're gonna go get a coffee. Say hi.
Hi.
Oh, I'm back with another video. I forgot to say that. I ended the video already. This is a new one. Back with another video. All right, let's go back to the 911. We just hung out for a little bit. I'm gonna head back to the house and start working. All right, I'm back on the road. I've been at my house working for a long time. I felt super productive today. Like dialed in. Really, honestly, I feel dialed in. Actually, when you see my personality where I seem calm and I'm not all hyped up, I'm like really dialed in actually. I know I come off sometimes real hyped up and pumped up and you guys think, oh, he's dialed in, but I'm actually dialed in when I'm like mellow because I got all the data. I'm dissecting the data. Actually, you know what I did? I went to my Facebook ads account. I set the account to maximum. So I sent it to the maximum that it'll go back to like 2021. And then, because I have a lot of data, you know, I've ran a lot of ads and spent a lot of money on there. So I set it all to 2021. And then what I did was I went to my ad level. So you have your campaign, your ad set, your ad. I went to my ad level and I sorted it by the most profitable ad. Now, to determine the most profitable ad, you need to determine your average order value. What I do is I determine the amount spent versus the total conversion value. So you can basically see that the total amount spent versus the total conversion value, or you could do the average order value minus the customer acquisition cost, if that makes sense. And you can see which ad's the most profitable ad. So then what I did was I went through and I killed all the losers and I kept only the ones that were the most profitable. And now I'm turning everything back on and I'm gonna let it run for a week, 2 weeks, monitor it and see out of those ones. Oh, 911 Shark Blue with chalk interior. Whoa, that was a Targa with blue wheels. Did you guys see that thing? Man, that was wild. Oh, there's a Z. That Targa was cool. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm listening to a new audiobook. Before I started making these YouTube videos, that's what I do when I drive. That's why I didn't start this video for a while. I've been driving for like 20 minutes. But the audiobook is called The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Check it out if you haven't ever heard of it. It's kind of like, do you know who you are? It's kind of a little bit of how it started. You know your name that was given to you by your parents. You had, like, when you were born, you know, like you had conditioning. You act like you're the people you were around growing up, your parents and family members. And then as you got older, you adapted to your environment. That's just the other thing that molds you. So you kind of like resemble the people that you spend time, like the ones that are around you. Like act and look, and you're similar to the people in your environment. But who are you really? Not the physical, but the mental, the non-physical part of you. Like you guys think, oh, I think I know him. Well, actually, you might know me because you hear more of the non-physical than the physical. But the non-physical is the secret sauce. The non-physical is the images that you come up with in your mind, your subconscious mind, who you really are, your soul, your conscience. I probably sound like an idiot. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just started listening to the book. No, but part of it's about like not conforming, being slightly different. Not being different to be different, but being different because you are different, because we're all different. We talk different, we think different thoughts, and that's the power everybody has. That's the magic that you have. But we try to conform and not make waves. But you think about it, like Emerson, Edison, R. Buckminster Fuller, all these different people, they made waves. They made a name for themselves because they used their mind to think up ideas, and then they basically created the equivalent of the imaginary idea, the picture they created in their mind, they recreated it in the physical world. It's pretty wild when you think about it. Like, where do thoughts even come from? He was saying in the book that you got to think of yourself as, like he said, like a magnetized piece of steel can lift 12 times its weight, but a non-magnetized piece of steel can't lift a feather. And he was saying, like, you can be a magnetized person or a non-magnetized. Like, a magnetized person would have no fear, like, moving forward. They'd have self-belief. They'd have faith. The non-magnetized person would have fear and doubt. They wouldn't want to try anything because of the worry of criticism. It's like we're always so concerned of how we can get ahead, and we're always looking external. But maybe it's internal. That's kind of what I was saying in the video. I was saying that you could get all the steps you need, but you're not going to get to where you want to go because the secret and the missing link is internal. It's in you. It's in your thoughts and imagination. In the book, Dr. Joseph Murphy was saying that you have to think of your mind like a garden, and all day long you're planting seeds in your subconscious mind. Everything you sow in your subconscious mind, you'll reap in your... Oh, look at that Rolls Royce. That's a nice color. Burgundy's got the tan interior. That's like a new one, I think. That looks pretty new. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh no, he's got burgundy interior. Oh, two-tone. I don't even know if I was filming it. But he was saying that you'll reap what you sow in your subconscious mind. You'll reap it in your body, in your health, in your environment. So you gotta be careful what you're saying to yourself, what you're filling your mind with. Here's the Porsche dealership. One thing he says never finish a negative statement. Like, if you're saying a negative statement to yourself, reverse it immediately, he said, and wonderful things will happen in your life. So I'm going to start trying that. If you play some negative record in your mind, switch the disc, baby, change the CD. You could have told me that I was going to buy a $285,000 car cash 10 years ago, and it was going to be the second 911. I'd say you're nuts. There's no way, dude. I'd say I bet you $285,000 that's not going to happen. I'm not saying, dude, oh my gosh, I got to clean this car. It is dirty. One guy, it was funny. He said, man, I've been watching your videos on a small device. He's like, I just watched it. Your subconscious mind, it doesn't reason and try to figure out what's true and what's not true. Your subconscious mind, it just reacts to whatever your conscious mind tells it. So if your conscious mind determines that, oh, I'm never going to get ahead, I'm always down and out, everything always goes bad for me, I can't do this, there's no way, I don't have time, you're impressing those thoughts on your subconscious mind. And that's the truth of the subconscious mind at that point, because your conscious mind is given those facts to it. If that makes any sense. Well, I just took a power nap. I was asleep for 30 minutes. No, so the whole reason I switched to dividend investing from real estate and I sold the properties was, well, originally I sold the properties because I saw what was going on with the rates. And she doesn't notice I'm filming, so. It was 2022, August 2022, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna sell the properties. Actually, at the time, I wasn't thinking straight. I was looking at Jeppy, and I was doing my taxes the year before. I had thought about it in 2022, like the whole year. I started selling them in March of 2022, but I sold one actually the year COVID hit, around like right when COVID stuff happened. The place closed, and I had $444,000 to invest in the stock market in 2020. The timing was just like crazy, but I was scared. I learned that lesson too. I was scared, so I was going in little by little, and then I was buying and selling. I didn't even know what I was doing then. I should have just put it all in, just let it sit and grow. I was trying to time it. That's why I always say, just forget timing it. Just
I said no videos.
I'm gonna hop off. So then, that 2021, I was doing my taxes, and I saw that the condo I had only got like a 4% return because of the HOA and everything. And I was just frustrated, and I was looking at Jeppy, and I'm like, man, Jeppy, I could get like a 10% yield. And at the time, I bought all that properties anywhere from like $75,000 to $150,000 over 7 years. So I was like, you know what? I'm like, dude, if I sold them right now, I'll get $330 a property, and I had 6. So I was like, I was doing the math. I'm like, I'm gonna be sitting on like 1 point some million, you know. I wasn't thinking straight because of taxes and everything, and I'm real familiar with like 1031 exchanges, but I didn't want to level up because the rates and everything that was going on. I wanted to get out, which was dumb. That's why I try to explain to you guys, I was playing around on the bottom line. I was trying to trade around the money that I had. I know, we're good, we're on time. I was trying to trade around on the bottom line. That's what I'm saying, I've literally lived these mistakes. That's why I say them to you guys. Stop trading around on the bottom. Just keep stacking and accumulating assets on the top, and don't sell anything ever. I mean, unless it's something that's like a meme coin.
Come on, spill the tea. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Woo. This is light work.